Alright, what's up? Welcome back to another self-improvement video. Today we're talking about why looks matter and why looks are the new currency. So, why specifically looks matter, especially in today's day and age? Well, looks matter because it not only affects your dating life, but your overall life, such as jobs, businesses, meeting people, all that. It's not just only about dating self, yes, definitely the rise of modern dating in this competition. Not only looks play that role, but um, other parts of life, such as jobs, businesses, especially meeting people on a regular basis, because our always first instinct when we meet people is to judge them, obviously. Um, Looks also has a direct correlation to your health and lifespan. um, because during the primal times that people who have the best genetics can be able to live longer, can be able to pass them down, and the people who don't have the good amount of genetics, um, they have like a hard time, or a very low chance of living longer, and therefore they die. So it's definitely conditioned in our primal brains of how like we judge stuff. There's definitely studies on that. If you don't want to look it up, um, definitely 100% is due to social media because we're seeing it at an external perspective of life. Now, there's evidence to show this. Um, Attractive people, honestly, attractive people make more money. Um, there was definitely videos of like one person attractive, one person unattractive, and then the people just straight up judge like, okay, who makes more, who makes low. Um, Probably most of it, probably 100% of it. The people who judge people who are attractive think that hey, they make lots of money, six figures. They think they're the lawyer, the doctor, etc. Or the people who are unattractive, oh, they're the janitor, they're the McDonald's worker. Hey, just put my fries in the bag, bro. Those are the ones too. Um, who get paid low, So, yeah. Um, there are perceived as definitely trustworthy, intelligent, like positive traits, intelligent, charming, funny, caring, because our primal brains just assume that like, um, hey, I'm assuming he's smart, he's funny, he's caring, whatever, he's charming, or the unattractive people who may be deemed as or seen as very negative. Oh, he's judgmental, he's bad, he's awkward, all that stuff. Yes, this is due to the halo effect. So the halo effect basically is that um, you think of positive traits when you see attractive people, basically. This is a crazy one, but it's very interesting. Attractive people are sentenced shorter than people who are unattractive. Um, this one is very absurd. This one's very crazy for me, but I put this picture of Jeremy Meeks. Basically, he's the guy who did some menacing stuff, and he, of course, was sentenced to prison, and um, his mugshot got leaked, and all the women were just simping at him. And then all of a sudden, he got modeling contracts. There was definitely a lot of videos on that. Yeah, definitely a lot of videos. Specifically, height definitely plays a huge role. Not only by women, but more of course, most votes to be the president. Um, of course, I'm not a. Of course, I don't watch a lot of or just consume a lot of politics, but I know that like, especially majority of the presidents, they're over 6 foot tall. So let's get into the psychology. Of course, we talked about the halo effect, which is we perceive the positive traits to characteristics and attractive people, trustworthy, has loyalty, charming, etc. but also the concept of pretty privilege is where just attractive people just gain social, economic, and professional advantages than unattractive people. And yeah, you definitely see this in social media, TikTok, on the news and stuff. But I put these two, of course, the brain has everything. Basically, we have our brain cranial nerves, and specifically our second cranial nerve, which is the optic nerve. It's basically a nerve that is responsible for vision. And of course, when this nerve is intact, you can be able to see, and you can be able to make judgments. I didn't get to a lot of the brain stuff, so um, there's a lot of research if you want to go deep into it. So, what makes a person attractive? Of course, I got these two individuals that I consider attractive: Brad Pitt, and then um, I think an Asian dude. So, for let's say what makes a person attractive, of course, we got the hair over here. We have the positive canthal tilt. We have the nose to mouth width ratio. So, of course, a positive canthal tilt, that's what you want, as well as groomed eyebrows, as well as hair, obviously. Um, the nose to width ratio should be, your nose should be smaller, which is ideal, and then the mouth ratio should be medium long, the length of it. Of course, we got the jawline over here. Of course, the dominant feature of a masculine man, as well as hollow cheeks here. Of course, a thick neck here, and then of course the eye color optional and stuff. This is the front photo. Now let's look to the side. Of course, we got the maxilla here, the projection of the jaw, definitely ideal. If you were to do a test of the nose to of the chin, you can see that if you just put like a finger there, they will definitely touch here. Of course, the ideal nose shape in the front. Of course, clear skin, and yeah. So these were kind of like the basic kind of the foundations of the attractiveness. So of course, if you do want to get if you want to get deep into it, definitely watch a lot of Looks Maxi videos. So of course, my experience in my self improvement journey. Before this journey, I was very unattractive. I hated myself. I wasn't confident, and I did not look at myself in the mirror. I definitely had social anxiety, and I definitely have constant thoughts about people judging my appearance. I cared about what people think about me. When I, of course, go out in public, try to ask someone or just try to do my normal routine, I couldn't, especially in front of people. I feel like that, like I'm always tense up, and people are gonna laugh at me or judge me every single appearance that I do. But once I got into self improvement and started improving on my physical appearance, I definitely started feeling more confident by improving on my physical and mental health. So, improving my physical health, such as going to the gym, eating a healthy diet, getting a haircut, doing skincare, I definitely see a lot of results. And while it did take time, I believed in it, I had faith, and I was very consistent. So that's why, of course, I put my picture on here. And not only did I improve my physical, but also improve my mental health, which in return made me feel more confident. Of course, people started respecting me, and I got approached by girls. People started admiring me. They think like, oh, you're just a nice guy, you're like a cool dude, and then definitely got approached by a lot of girls. So how do you deal and adapt with this situation of this society and this environment of appearance? Well, start taking care of your physical health, also known as the Looks Maxi protocol. Um, I definitely do your research first. There's a lot of YouTube videos, definitely a lot of the Looks Maxi communities, have this protocol coming soon, or I'll just definitely make a video on this one too. This is the most important step. Like this one, most important step. Just take care of your physical health. The second part, accept the reality and recognize the situation. I know that the truth may hurt. I know that um, people may say like, "Oh, it doesn't matter back then. It didn't matter back then, but it matters now." Yes, right. So we just want to kind of accept the reality, like, okay, like looks do matter, but kind of recognize the situation, look at it as a good thing. Oh, okay, it's a good thing that hey, if I improve on my appearance, hey, I'll feel more healthier, I feel more better, and if I start working out, doing all the looks maxing stuff, hey, maybe that I wouldn't worry about this too much, and I just let it naturally happen. Definitely recognize the signs and how people react to you. People react to you good and stuff. Chances are you're highly attractive. If people ignore you, or when you sneeze and people don't say bless you or whatever, they may take it as a sign like, okay, like maybe there's something wrong, right? And just be careful obsessing over your physical appearance. Of course, looks are important, but if you kind of obsess too much, you always feel like you're not good enough. You always feel like you want it more, and therefore, of course, with the surgeries, it can kind of like make your mental health go down. So, of course, kind of pros and cons of the situation. And yeah, thanks for watching. Um, of course, I made this presentation in Canva. So of course, I made this layout. The links are in the description. And yeah, that's it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.